Please, for the sake of everyone here, let him out. Shoto doesn't move. He knows you're angry. Please, Shoto, you ask him. I don't want to get angry. The king is injured. I shouldn't. His eyes are downcast. You know Takashi doesn't deserve to be down there, you say, louder than you meant. We both know he's done nothing wrong. Princess, please, the guest. Shut up! I don't want guests. Doctors rush to Shoto's side. Concerned looks on their faces. Whispers filled the area. You can't describe what they're saying to the prince. You catch a few words. She's still a bit unstable. Do what she asks. Shoto looks worried, nervous, but most of all, he looks scared. Okay, Shoto says, speaking as if you're a frightened animal. We're going to let him out, only if you promise to calm down for a while, just long enough for the guests to leave. You let out a breath. You didn't know what you were holding. You can feel that same fire inside you, burning rage, shrieking, thankful. You nod, watching as the guards to the dungeon to release your personal guard. You want to pass out again. You're not tired, just tired. But you have to keep it up together. The Bakugos are coming along with the commoner Izuku. Maybe you'll get a chance to sort things out. Time to embrace your article side. Princess? Takashi looks confused, for a good reason. He's been locked up for 2 days, and so much has happened. Princess, what happened? The king? You don't want him to know. You don't want to talk about it. You just don't want to talk about it at all. I hurt him. I hurt myself. You mumble. My quirk got out of control. Takashi, I think I'm going crazy. Hey. Shoto appears from behind you, his hand resting on your shoulder. Takashi grins. I think we need to talk. Shoto mumbles. You glance at Takashi, who nods. Shoto isn't scared. You just don't want to hurt anyone right now. You feel out of control. Crazy. Shoto leads you outside the room into an empty hallway. He turns to you, then places a hand on each of your shoulders. You're not crazy. Suddenly, you're hugging, and you feel tears threaten to fall. Shoto continues. I know I'm not good at talking, but I'm not stupid. You're not crazy, just overwhelmed. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. You didn't mean to, love. That's all that matters. You can fix it. He whispers sweet nothings into your ear, all the while making you feel calm, whole. You want to cry. Let it all out. So you do. You sob into your fiancé's shoulder until your eyes are swollen and your face is red. He didn't seem to mind. In fact, he hugs you tighter. Please, you say when you're done. Don't let anyone. What happened? You both laugh and pull away from each other. You intimately miss the warmth of his body pressed against yours. I can do what I want, you old hag. Shouts startled you, making you jump a little, and then you break into laugh. Looks like the Bakugos are here. You and Shoto say in unison, I can fix this. I just have to get through this meeting. Prince Bakugo sits in front of you, slouching in his seat. A pouty look crosses his face as his mother speaks. It's so wonderful to be here, she says, a radiant smile on her face. I can't wait to explore some more. I'm sorry my husband couldn't make it, him being the king and all. You smile. And I thank you for joining us. I would like to speak some more with your son, His Highness Katsuki. He frowns at the mention of his name. Of course, Mitsuki states. He would love to get to know you some more. Oh, please, the boy grumbles. Stop acting like I'm some piece of furniture to auction off. Shut up, dear, the queen growls, then stands up. I'm going to explore the gardens, if you don't mind. It's very beautiful here. You nod to her and she smiles. Before she leaves, she continues to your side, whispering one short sentence in your ear. The guard is here for your safety. She bows and leaves the room, 2 guards trailing behind her. She glares at her son before shutting the door. He sticks his tongue out at her. You shudder, remembering what she said. Clearly, she's underestimating you. You're sure if she had known about what just happened to King Todoroki, she would have put more than just 1 guard in this room. Maybe not even come at all. And so, you're left alone with Shoto, Takashi, the foreign prince, and his personal guard. The room is silent. So, Your Highness, you state, since you're going to be king someday, I assume you know much about your kingdom's history? The prince doesn't answer. Why am I speaking to extras like you? He says. Where's the king? You smile. The king is busy, you know, being the king. I would like it if you'd answer my questions. You keep all hostility out of your voice. You've dealt with people like him before back home, but you know exactly what scares them. Respect. He's probably thinking you're going to lash out, even yell. Respect is the last thing he expects. His eyes search yours, only separated by the small table in between both of you. He's about 4 feet away from you. Shoto stands at your back, Takashi behind him. Bakugo leans back further in his seat. Of course I know all about my kingdom. You think I'm stupid? Of course. Even if you give him respect, he won't give you respect back. No one said anything about your intelligence, Your Highness. Please refrain from saying anything else before our other guests arrive. You tell the boy. He's the same age as you, but you can't help seeing him as a child due to his recklessness. No royal should act like he does. He gives you a quizzical look. You nod to the 4th chair at the small table. Please let this not be for nothing. Please let me redeem myself. You frown in your thoughts, waiting for Izuku to arrive. You invited a commoner to your palace? Izuku flinches at the prince's words and hesitantly stands beside you. What does it matter? We are here to discuss during the Maizua. Please, calm down, Your Highness. You ask Bakugo, starting to get a little irritated. He just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. I refuse to reveal my kingdom's past to a commoner, much less one for this kingdom. Bakugo hisses, crossing his arms and leaning back in his chair. The guard sighs, as if he is immune. This kingdom? What is that supposed to mean? Prince Katsuki, this is your last chance, you say quietly, sneaking a hint of anger in your voice. Please refrain from speaking ill of my kingdom. You think I'm scared of you? People are saying that you're quirkless, you know. That the heir married some quirkless, treacherous princess to save his own skin. The prince smirks, then starts to stand up. I'm not stupid. Either that commoner leaves, or I do. Okay, this is getting annoying. Fine then. You smile. Izuku, please step forward. He mumbles something nervously, then does as he's told, taking 1 step closer to you. Bakugo smiles. Yeah, get him out of here. Kneel. Izuku gets down on one knee, looking as confused as everyone else in the room. Izuku Midoriya, of what was formerly known as Maizua, I dubbed thee Sir Knight, for loyalty and kindness to the kingdom. What? That's not how... Sir Izuku, please rise. You cut off Bakugo's explanation, then turn to him. What's wrong, Your Highness? There are no commoners in this room anymore. Only me, you, my fiancé, Sir Izuku, and your guards. Bakugo sits, grumbling irritational nonsense. You smile. Now please, tell us of the Maizua before transferring to our rule. You ask politely, pulling out a chair for Izuku. You notice his eyes are teary, and he looks uncertain. You give him a reassuring smile. Bakugo clears his throat. As you know, the Alliance a few years ago shifted Maizua and Kazuto over to King Todoroki's rule. For a reasonable price, of course. Yes, but why did he sell them up to us?
Gangs were overwhelming both of the villages, and we needed the money.
So, you weren't scared of being overthrown? You smirked.
What? Of course not. We just sold them separately to get more money.
But first you wanted to separate the gangs, surely? You asked, knowing you're right.
Whatever. Bakugo huffs.
Can you name some of the gangs? Describe them.
Shoto asks, surprising you. Bakugo glares at him. Yeah. The leader of the gang or whatever calls it the League of something. I don't remember exactly. But I do remember their leader. He had a bunch of hands. Real creepy guy and his sidekick too. Ugh. Scars everywhere. Kind of gross looking. Makes me cringe just thinking about it.
Thank you. Actually, that's very helpful. You say, turning and smiling at Shoto. You are dismissed.
What? You think I wasn't gonna help? Bakugo growls.
Nobody said that, Katsuki. Please go join your mother. Refreshments as well as gifts will be offered as a thank you.
You say, pleased with the information you had gathered. You think refreshments are going to...
Bakugo states, as his guard grabs him by the collar and drags him out of the room. The prince protested the whole time. You turn to Izuku, mind spinning. Your figures? Tell me how you make them.
He blushes.
Well, it's nothing special. Really, I go to the Toshinori kingdom for the wood, then I just carve? Is there something special about the wood? No, not really. It's called maikai, and I only use it because it's easy to carve, he says. He reaches into his pocket. Plus, the wood is very pretty. For some reason, I've been getting a lot of sales lately. In his hand is a figure of his, perfectly carved to your likeness. He even included a little crown.
I like this one a lot, too, he smiles. It was hard to make, but it was worth it. I thought His Highness would like it.
Izuku hands the figure to Shoto, and you can't ignore the blush that dusts the prince's cheeks. He takes it happily, then whispers a thank you. Well, Sir Izuku, thank you very much for the information.
I'm sorry I couldn't tell you more. And wait, why did you knight me again?
Because, you exclaimed, I can tell you're a very hard-working person. I would like you and your family to move closer to the palace. I believe you are entitled to our catching the culprit.
Thank you so much, he says, wiping his eyes. I really think explain how much this will change my life.
I understand. I will see you soon as you are ready to move. And really, you deserve it.
You say, as sincerely as you can manage. You're still kinda agitated by the other guy. He hurried out of the room, wiping his eyes along the way. He probably didn't want you to see him crying. You smile. Takashi comes to you, urgency filling his eyes. Princess, I have a request. I hope it won't be much trouble.
You nod. Yes?
You see, when I was in the dungeon, I met someone who had been stuck there since before the downfall of Maizuwa. I feel she deserves to be released.
Bring her to me.
You say, winking to the guard. You trust him with your life, so whatever he trusts, you trust. He then leaves to return who you assume to be a girl. You turn to Shoto, not able to contain your smile.
We did it, you squealed. I finally have a lead. The gangs, Shoto, they must have been angry when they were split up.
Shoto smiles. That's what I was thinking, though you probably figured out before me.
Oh, stop.
No, seriously, I'm really glad you're with our kingdom, Shoto says, rubbing the back of his head. You want to hug him again? To feel him against you? Is that weird? That's not weird. Please, you're getting married, so you hug him.
Thank you.
You whisper, but we're doing this together.
We'll piece together this crazy puzzle, and I won't be able to do it without you.
He just squeezes you back, and you take it as a return affection. We're gonna piece this puzzle together.